Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. It's long here. I have a poem. I don't have any chickens, but if you look behind me, I have goats. They're kind of up against the wall right now, but they'll be out because they're going to finish their breakfast. And then they'll probably fight and throw themselves up against the gate and make all kinds of noise. So I thought that'd be a fun, distracting entertainment and a good way to start your day. Today, I want to go over with you one of the poems that's in the Files tab under Final Exam Materials, thinking you might want to use this poem as part of your graduation speech. Remember, seniors, we don't have a lot of time left. Hopefully, you've been thinking about this speech and working towards what you might write, getting some bullet points down. Um, you can start turning them in anytime next week. So basically, you have this week, the weekend, some of next week. They'd be due before May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. They'd be due before May 4th, so I have time to grade them and get them in the grade book. But you guys are this close, so just stay the course and keep working on this. Do the best you can, and be vulnerable, be outspoken, say what's on your heart. You've got a lot going on. Goodness knows everybody in the world's got a lot going on right now. So, to talk about Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, his Psalm for Life is basically an 1843 version of YOLO. He is giving a call to action and not to be dwelling in the problems of today. And certainly, I think you'll see some parallels in what we're dealing with today with this whole corona thing. So he writes, "Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not the goal. Dust thou art, and dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, and not sorrow, is our destined end or way, but to act that each tomorrow find us farther than today. Art is long, and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled dreams are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant, let the dead past bury its dead. Act, act in the living present, heart within and God o'erhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make ourselves sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait." So, what's all that about? What's that mean? It's a call to action. It's saying that there are so many possibilities in life that you have to take advantage of, and you have to pursue. You can't just kind of float along and wait for things to happen to you. I mean, I guess you could. His advice is that you don't. That you kind of like grab life by the what's appropriate to say? Grab life for the gusto and get it and go out there and do all the things that you need to do. And in doing that, he says, and if you leave those footprints behind of your achievements, maybe somebody else will see them and they will also be inspired. Um, it encourages readers to live their life to the fullest. It's a very very popular poem. Um, he's optimistic. He's young. His advice is you shouldn't be a pessimist. You should be an optimist. Um, everybody's going to die anyways, so you might as well go for the best version of life you possibly can. This is Tux. Hey, Tux. He doesn't know he's on the video. Hey, bud. Can you see the goats? No, the dog. The goats are eating breakfast, so sorry they're not being all that entertaining. Um, he uses the repetition of vowel sounds as far as a poetic license or poetic means, imagery, personification. Now we're gonna have a dog and a goat fight. That's fun. We'll fight with the goats. Um, so let's see. I mean, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you about with this poem. I think if you look through it, it's useful in your work as writing your graduation speech. Kind of a more formal way of saying, go for the gusto, grab the gold ring, whatever people say these days when they're, going for it. I mean, I know YOLO, but whatever else you might say that means just, and not necessarily throw caution to the wind, but not live life in fear. I think it was interesting when he starts the poem with, tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. Lately, if you watch the news or you read the news, there's a lot of mournful numbers. In other words, sad, depressing numbers. And it's easy to look at those numbers sometimes and forget that those are real people that we're talking about. So, um, don't let life be just mournful numbers. Make it worth it. Make life and living it worth it. Make and not just for you, but also, as Longfellow suggests, for people who come after you. That if you leave footprints, maybe someone else can walk in those footprints and take take a lesson from you living life to its fullest. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Keep working on your assignment. Please, please, please work on writing that speech. I know you have good advice. I know you have lots of things to say and share. It'll be your advice to your friends and classmates and your colleagues in the classroom. What would you say? What would be the last stuff you'd want people to know about your experience in high school and what your views for the future and plans for the future are. So, as always, if you need anything, email, chat, uh, let me know. Ask how I can help you. I'm happy to help you with whatever you need help with. Um, I'm accepting late assignments. If you've got a 0 on something, because I've been going through the grade book, if you have a 0 and you can't figure out how to resubmit it, just let me know. The assignments are still up there. I didn't put a close date on them. But honestly, guys, we don't have a whole lot of time left, so I got to get the grades in the grade book. And have a great Tuesday. I will talk to you tomorrow. If you need anything, hit the chat button and let me know. Have a great one. See you, everyone.